Okay, so welcome to the Wednesday Wisdom Live, or it might be replay for you. So this is your opportunity to connect in with your own Akashic records, for me to be able to facilitate your practice with going into this amazing spiritual realm, which is actually an aspect of you. It's part of your energetic DNA. It's where everything is recorded, it's held. All of your knowledge, your wisdom, your mastery, your trauma, your beliefs, your programming, your agreements, your choices, your decisions, all of it is held within the Akashic records. And so it's like a library. If you imagine just a library of information that we can connect in with, and we can do a little bit of work in there to support you with releasing some of those influences of those choices that you have made, either in this present lifetime or past lifetime. So that's essentially what we're going to be doing. We are not going to change the choices or the things that you've actually experienced. We can't actually facilitate that because it's already happened, essentially. But we can change the energetic influence. We can allow the guilt or the shame or whatever we attached to it, we can allow that to be released. And then that just opens up the door of opportunity for you to step through and actually start to change your current circumstances, to start to choose differently, feel differently, to not be triggered by certain things, and maybe you don't even understand why you're triggered. It just allows that to ease up. So that's why we use the Akashic records, because it is just such an amazing realm that we can use to support our own understanding of our soul's journey, but also to elevate our soul's journey as well. So today, without further ado, let's dive into today's topic. And that is about our addiction, and it is an addiction to struggle and hardship. What is going on with that then? So, and this is, I speak from personal experience here, that, you know, I find it easier to have a little bit of hardship, a little bit of struggle to kind of work through, to then feel like I've accomplished something. And why is that? Why are we addicted to that? And it's very much deep programming. It's kind of what we see around us all the time, that people have to work hard. They can't have it easy. They can't have things in flow because it feels very uncomfortable, because it's just not something that we're used to. And even if we do have something that comes in quite easily, maybe we don't fully believe it. We kind of maybe have this fear that it's going to get taken away because it was just too easy to receive it. That there might be something wrong with it, or that there's an expectation that we have to give something back in return. We can't just accept that things actually can be really, really easy and flow and feel light, and nothing is needed in return. That feels uncomfortable in our psyche because of the, as I say, the conditioning, the programming, the things that we've experienced. And so we find ourselves making things much harder than they need to be because of our belief system and what we see around us. And so for me personally, feeling like I have to have a little bit of a struggle and a bit of hard work there, I feel safer with that sense of accomplishment by having to go through that journey rather than it just be landing in my lap. So I wanted to go into the Akashic records today to kind of help ease some of that addictive tendency, which we will find ourselves back in over and over and over. Just to see if we can kind of get some things shifted. So for some people, it could be connected with relationships. Relationships are always a struggle. They're always hard. They're challenging. They can't just have a relationship that is easy. It's loving. You know, of course, there's always going to be conflict. You know, nothing can be fully in aligned positivity all the time, because we have the law of polarity, and that you know, we have to have the light and the shadow. But some people have very difficult relationships, and it seems to be an endless cycle of that. And that's because in some shape or form, they're addicted to that challenge and that struggle with a relationship. in some way, shape or form, they're going to get that sense of safety because it's all they know, but also a sense of satisfaction of perhaps working through a challenge. They feel that accomplishment, but then it then opens up the cycle then for the next one. It could be the same with your money. It could be the same with your health. We can apply this to any life area. So I would like you to think of what is a particular struggle or challenge that you kind of seem to find yourself coming up against over and over and over. And I want you to hold that in your consciousness, in your mind, and have that ready to kind of release when we go into the Akashic records. So I hope I've set you up, well enough with that, and you are thinking of things that this relates to for you. If you want to put those in the comments, I can comment and have a look, then please do. If not, then that's absolutely fine as well. So without further ado, I'm going to take you on a short journey to go into your Akashic records, and let's just release some of the energetic hold that this particular addiction has that we have for challenge and struggle. Okay, so I want you to place your palms upright and gently place them on your lap. Then start to get yourself comfortable in your chair. Or if you're on a bed, then that's absolutely fine if you're lying down. But when we connect with Mother Earth, I want you to imagine that your feet are connected and sitting on the top of the ground. So you can kind of imagine that you've got those feet connected. But if you're sat in your chair, that's absolutely fine. Just start to relax. And having the palms facing upwards just puts us in a more open and receptive state to receive wisdom, guidance, and healing today. And I want you to start to take a big deep breath in for me. And as you take that big deep breath in, we're going to call back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on the out breath, I want you to relax. Allow the shoulders to drop and soften. Really bringing your awareness back to the physical body, really feeling the sitting bones on the chair or on the bed. Your back being supported by the chair or the furniture that you're on. And again, take another deep breath in. Calling back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And again, on the out breath, just release. Allow any stresses, any worries, just to melt from the shoulders as your shoulders start to really drop. And your body starts to soften in the chair as you become more and more relaxed. With every breath that you take, you will go deeper and deeper into the physical body, relaxing even more with every breath. Taking one more deep breath in, and we call back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And again, on the out breath, release anything that's not serving you, any energies that are not yours. Collective conscious energies, worries, stresses, lower astral energy. All of that is being released on the out breath back to the earth. Mother Earth will take all of these energies that are being released from your auric field, from your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies, and she will transform those into energy elsewhere. And with every cycle of breath, you will continue to relax and release. So start to bring your attention to your feet. And imagine that you've got thick, strong roots growing from the soles of your feet, and they're starting to make their way down into the earth. These roots will travel by themselves through all of the different layers, going deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper, all the way down to the heart of Mother Earth. And Mother Earth is represented by a large, glistening crystal. Imagine, sense, feel, or just know what kind of crystal or colour that crystal is today, and wrap your roots around that crystal. As you wrap the roots around the crystal, the energy of the heart of Mother Earth connects more deeply with your roots. Feel that connection. You'll start to feel more grounded and earthed as the crystalline energy from the heart of Mother Earth transfers into your roots. And your roots start to absorb the colour, drawing it back up the roots, back up through the earth, through all of the different layers of the planet, going higher and higher, higher and higher. You take that crystalline energy through your earth star chakra, which is about 2 meters below your feet. And the energy continues to rise up through your roots and then shifts into your feet, into the soles of your feet. And you may start to feel a tingling as the crystalline energy starts to rise through the body. You may feel a temperature change. You may not feel anything at all, and that is also perfect. Just know that the crystalline energy is rising up through your body and through your auric field, expanding out into your auric field as it rises higher up through the legs, taking in the whole circumference of your aura, which is about 2 meters all around you, rising higher up through the root chakra at the base of the spine. The energy rises now up through the sacral chakra, through the sex organs, going higher now through the navel chakra below your belly button, rising higher through the solar plexus, above the belly button, and then up to the heart. Taking that deep breath in, breathing in that crystalline energy of the earth and breathing out and allowing your heart to expand even further. Allowing the crystalline energy to open up the petals of your heart chakra. The crystalline energy rises now higher up to the shoulders, up through the throat, going up to the top of the neck and at the base of the skull, up through the Altar Major chakra, cleansing and clearing, activating, opening and balancing all of your chakras. The energy now rises up through to the third eye, the point between your eyebrows, around into your ears, through the ear chakras, into the middle of the head, through the pineal and pituitary glands, and then up to the crown. The crown chakra opens and that crystalline energy bursts through the top of the head, lighting up your etheric chakras, your soul star chakra, your causal chakra at the back of the head, which connects directly with the Akashic records, in through the universal chakra, and then the stellar gateway, which is about 2 meters above your head. The energy continues to fill the whole of your aura, all of your energy bodies, all of your light, expanding out into the room that you're sat within, cleansing and clearing any energies that are not supportive. Mother Earth takes them all and releases them back to the earth. Everything is cleansed and cleared. We're now just going to invite your ego to step out of the physical body. I want you to imagine, sense, feel, or know that there's a figure that now steps away from your physical body. With a smile upon their face, they head towards the door of the room that you're in, knowing that they will be back soon enough. Your ego leaves the room, gently closing the door behind them. So now you know that any messages or information that comes through will be from your guides and your higher self, and not your subconscious mind. We're now going to invite your spiritual support team, those beings of 100% pure love and light, to step into the space with you. These could be ascended masters, angels, elemental energies, perhaps ancestors, family guides, goddesses, god energies, star beings, star races, councils of any kind. We invite you to now step into our spaces to hold the energy for us whilst we connect with our Akashic records. And we're now going to invite 6 archangels to hold you in an angelic sphere of white light. Archangel Michael now steps in behind you. Archangel Gabriel to your left. Archangel Uriel in front. Archangel Raphael to your right. We invite Archangel Sandalphon to hold the space below your feet. And we invite Archangel Metatron to bring down a connection of divine source energy held within a golden thread. Archangel Metatron takes this through your solar junction chakra, which is many feet up into the air. He threads that through, opens, cleanses and clears that chakra for you. This is your own personal sun and connection to divine source. That golden thread now continues down into your home through the ceiling of the room that you're in. And Archangel Metatron gently places it at your stellar gateway chakra. And that golden thread now works its way down by itself through the etheric chakras at the above and at the back of the head. Now into your crown, through the pineal and pituitary glands and the third eye, the altar major, the throat. It connects with your heart, feeling your heart open even further. Down through your solar plexus, your navel, your sacral, your roots, down through your legs, down through your feet, out of the soles and into your Earth Star chakra. And it continues to now connect with the heart of Mother Earth. So you are held above and below. Archangel Metatron just closes that sphere of light at the top of the head. So you're now held in that angelic bubble of light, with Mother Earth's energy held all around you. Feeling safe, feeling relaxed, feeling at peace and very present in the body. Continue with your cycles of breath. Start to bring your attention to your third eye, the point between your eyebrows. Start to notice that purple portal of light, or imagine or sense or feel or just know that that light is there. The purple portal of light is activating your third eye, opening it up even more. And once you sense, feel, or know that that purple portal of light is there, I want you to step through it and find yourself in a corridor. This corridor leads you to your Akashic records. Start to head towards the door at the bottom of the corridor. And as you do, we're going to open up your senses even further. Start to notice your footsteps on the floor. Can you get a sense of the kind of floor that you're walking upon? Can you visualize or imagine what your corridor looks like? Is there any lights or windows or mirrors? Place your hands upon the walls, feeling the texture and the surface beneath your fingertips. Does it feel warm or cold, smooth or textured? Really embrace all of your senses as you walk towards your Akashic records. When you get to the door, I want you to look, sense, feel, or know that your details are upon the door. This is your full name, your date of birth, and your place of birth. Once you know those details are there, place your hand upon the door handle and open the door. Step forward into your Akashic library and allow the door to shut behind you. Take a few more steps in and just take in what it feels like to be in your own Akashic records, surrounded by all of this knowledge, wisdom, and mastery. Your soul's journey from the beginning of time is held within the pages of all of these books, available for you to connect with at any time. It feels very comfortable. It feels like coming home. Allow yourself to sit or stand within this space. And then I want you to take a few more steps forward, perhaps continuing to look around you, noticing how big your library is, how many books there are, perhaps how many levels or layers there are. And head towards the long, large table in the center of your library. As you get closer, you can notice that there's a large book upon the table. This is your present lifetime book that is filled with many pages, recording all of the choices, the memories, the thoughts, the feelings, the actions, all of the decisions and choices that you have made and the consequences. As you pull that book towards you, you'll notice that today's page is already filled with lots of words, perhaps pictures and illustrations. As you stand looking at the book, you'll notice, sense, feel that there's a guide that has started to present itself beside you. This is at least one of your Akashic record keepers that wishes to help and support you today. Turn towards your guide and greet them in any way that feels appropriate for you. Your guide is smiling and is delighted that you are taking the time to connect with your own records and activate some of those trouble connections that we have with addiction today. Your guide is asking for you to bring to your mind now what it is that you're most challenged by. What do you struggle with the most? Where does it feel most uncomfortable if things were to be easy and in flow? Once you have a sense of where that is, perhaps who that connects with, hold that in your mind. And as you hold it in your mind, you'll notice that there's an object that's starting to form within your hands. You're starting to feel the solidity of that object. As you hold that struggle or that challenge in your mind, it's beginning to form within your hands. And this could be a symbol, it could be a color, it could be a word, or it could be a physical object. Your guide is inviting you now to look down at your hands and notice what form this object takes. And if you can't see this, just maybe use your imagination, or you will just have a sense of what it is. Your guide lets you know that this is a representation of your struggle, of your challenge, of the addiction that you have, this connection. And your guide lets you know that it is time for you to release this more fully. But first we need to understand why you are holding on to this struggle or this challenge or this addiction. So your guide is asking you to place the object upon the table where your present lifetime book sits, and then hand you a book. Take this book from your Akashic record guide. And as you hold this book within your hands, get a sense of what it feels like, maybe the size of the book, maybe what the outside of the book is made from. Is it paper? Is it cardboard? Is it leather? Perhaps metal? Fabric? And looking at this book or getting a sense whilst holding this book, does it feel very old? Are there any numbers on the outside of the book that you can see or sense? Any numbers that you do see or sense will give you an indication of the time that this addiction first rooted within your Akashic records, within your divine soul blueprints. Your guide is now inviting you to open the book at any particular page. And when we open the book, for some of you, you may get a sense of the story playing out on a video or a TV screen. For some of you, you may just be able to hold the book and get a sense of what is happening. You may hear the words being given to you. We need to understand, whilst holding and looking at this book and this story in this lifetime, what you gain from holding on to needing struggle and challenge in your life. Now, this might be to feel accomplished. It might be to get approval. It may be to not be judged by others. So open the book at any page and get a sense from that story, from that lifetime. Were you male or female? How old were you when this route first started? What happened? What event occurred or circumstances occurred for you to create this addiction to struggle and hardship? I'm going to give you a few moments to get a real sense of what's going on in this lifetime. And then getting a sense also of what you gain by maintaining this addiction to struggle and challenge. Feel into this story and understand what sense of gain that you are getting from it by maintaining that addiction. And then I want you to speak to yourself within that lifetime. So we're going to put a pause on what it is that you're sensing or feeling or seeing, so that you can have a direct conversation with yourself from that lifetime. And you're going to ask the following question: are you ready to release the tendency to want to experience, struggle and challenge? Listen for your answer now. And for those that perhaps got a maybe or maybe a no, I want you to ask the following question. Are you ready to release an aspect of that tendency instead? Now I want you to speak to yourself in that lifetime and reassure yourself that it's safe to let go of any aspect of that tendency for struggle and challenge. That nothing will harm them, that they are held safely by your guides, by the angels, the spiritual support team that you have, and that they can come to no harm. And you may find as you're speaking, that aspect of yourself from that lifetime hears these words, that you start to relax yourself. You start to perhaps feel lighter. And we're now going to just invite a beam of light, of Christ conscious light, to fill and shine upon this book. Fill the pages of the book with divine Christ conscious light, requesting that all aspects that can be healed and released safely, which is for the highest good of all, are now dissolved within that Christ conscious light. So as you hold that book, there's this beautiful beam of light that starts to penetrate the pages, penetrate your hands and the book as you hold this lifetime within your hands. And you may feel that energy coming through your body as those tendencies, those connections, those beliefs, the traumas, whatever was keeping you stuck to that tendency of wanting to have struggle and challenge, it is now being dissolved, it's being released. And we're going to keep all learning and knowledge and wisdom intact in the Akashic records, but we're just releasing the hold, the energetic hold that that tendency has had up to this point. Allowing that light to fill every aspect of that lifetime. Allowing yourself to relax and receive. Being open to this healing from Christ conscious light. As those tendencies, those cords to that addiction, to struggle and challenge, are now being released, dissolved, cut. We offer forgiveness, compassion, and healing to all souls that may have been involved in that tendency being created and upheld. But most of all, we offer forgiveness, love, and compassion to ourselves for upholding that tendency. But now we know it is safe to release. And it is done. I want you to give yourself in that lifetime a big, big hug, thanking them for their participation in this healing today. And then you can step back from yourself and bringing yourself back to the book that's being held within your hands. You can gently close it. Again, just sensing or confirming that timeline or the lifetime number on the outside of the book. And then hand the book back to your Akashic record keeper. Your guide lets you know that you've done very important work today. And going forward, you will find that things will just seem a little bit easier. There will be more consciousness on your choices and the patterns and the habits that you have. You'll have greater awareness to perhaps choose a different way, make a different choice, and not fall into those old habits, thinking, feelings, needing to do things in a certain way because it feels better, because it's harder. Your awareness has been opened to what else is available, what other ways and methods that bring more ease, flow, and grace. Your guide asks you to hold out your hands once more and places a gift within your hands. Take this gift and have a look at it or feel it within your fingertips. And if you need further advice or guidance about what this symbol represents, then ask your Akashic record guide now. And then when you're ready, I want you to place that object into the pages of your present lifetime book. So pulling that book towards you, I want you to press that object into the Akashic records. And what you're doing is you're anchoring that gift into this present timeline, which will help support you to stay in alignment with having more ease and flow. Pausing before you step into a cycle of struggle and challenge. This gift will act as a reminder and a trigger for you to pause, stop, and consider a different way. Stepping back from the table, it is time to now leave your Akashic records. Give your keeper a big hug if that feels right for you. And then start to head towards the door of your Akashic library. As you get to the door, take one more look around. And then when you're ready, step back into the corridor, allowing the door to shut behind you. And out loud or in your mind, I want you to say, I now close my Akashic records. Start to head back towards the purple portal of light, the end of the corridor. And then step through the purple portal of light and start to bring yourself back round into the physical room, into your physical body. And what I want you to do is just rub your thighs and rub your feet. So what we're doing is we're grounding the information, we're grounding the healing. And any further messages or insights that need to come through will come through over the next couple of days. And what I want you to do is to drink lots of water over the next 24 hours, because that really supports your connection with that wisdom, with those messages. And it also supports the healing, which will continue over the next 24 hours as well. So it helps flush the energy out the physical body. So water is an amazing conductor and knowledge keeper and connector, but also it really helps flush the body as well. So that's why I'm a massive advocate of drinking lots of water, one of the reasons. So how did you find that session? What came to your mind? Where did you go in terms of your lifetime? I would love to hear. I'd actually gone to a lifetime which was 1111. And I was a soldier. I was male. I was a soldier. I could see the chain mail, and I'm not sure if that was the right timeline, but it's kind of like I had like armor on. And the object that I had was a dagger that was given to me. So in terms of my challenge. And so I was taken to this lifetime of being a soldier. And the reason why that I was wanting to have things really, really challenging and hard was there was a real sense of honor that came with that. And there was a reflection by others, their judgment of me would be to have one of honor if things were really, really hard and I was struggling and everything needed to be a battle, because that's what I was. I was a soldier. So things couldn't be easy because I was battling physically, but also, I took that as a way to exist. And with that came this real sense of honor. So that's what I've kind of related it to on an energetic level, is having this, if things are hard, then it comes with honor for me to try and battle my way through these struggles and challenges. So that's what I was releasing. So that was unexpected, but very, very beautiful. So that's kind of just one more thing that I've disconnected from, which will help me to step more into ease and flow. So if you've got any similar experiences, then please do comment or reach out to me privately and let me know. I would love to hear. And of course, if you want to go deeper, then there's a number of ways that you can do that, either through group work or through a one-to-one session. So please do reach out and I can share more about how I can support you with clearing your karma, connecting with your lifetimes, and helping you to step into more ease and flow. Okay, so love and blessings, and I will see you really, really soon.